Welcome to CIS 134 Graphic Imaging, Adobe Photoshop. I'm Christy Hughes. I'll be your instructor for this term. My office hours are located up here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays between the hours of 10 and 2. Sometimes that changes. I may be there later. I may be there earlier. I'm online Wednesday and then Tuesdays, Thursdays in my office in William Atkinson 226D. I believe I'll be maybe moving to 226C, which is just one office over. If you need to connect with me, feel free to send me an email so we can make an appointment. Fridays, sometimes I'm in meetings, so that makes it so I'm not always sitting in my office, but I'm always happy to respond, meet with you at any time that works within those hours. And then also I can send a direct video if you're struggling with something, ask for help on something. I'm happy to send a little video to walk you through something that's not clear enough. Okay, so if you haven't already, you're going to want to download Adobe Creative Cloud. There's a subscription link here up in your intro splash area. This subscription, I think, runs about $20 for students, and that's at a discount. They're going to want to make sure that you have your JC email address. Speaking of, you should be checking your JC email regularly for any announcements that might come up that are unexpected. I'll also post them within here, but this will go directly to your email. The other thing about that is you're going to want to be participating and logging into this course regularly. Unfortunately, if you don't, you might be kicked out of the class only because we, by law, have to report whether or not students are participating and logging into class. So attendance is mandatory for this course. Throughout the week, log in. Make sure that you're checking and you're engaged in the course. Since it's an accelerated 7-week course, you want to make sure you do that. Otherwise, you'll be kicked out of the course. If you're kicked out of the course, it's kind of, it takes some work to get back in, so that I urge you all to be engaged. The other thing is this course sort of has a lot of forums for participation. I know some of you have already introduced yourself. I sent my introductions as well. And after the first thing you want to do is read the syllabus, you're going to want to move down to some of these, your introduction of yourself here. Just post within there a little bit about yourself, talk about maybe your journey at JC. I don't know if you're in the studio art program. I don't know if you're in graphic design. So tell us a little about yourself so we can create that community here. It's one of the best ways we can get to know each other. Another thing to do is to note that there's Adobe Help. There's tutorials and reference guides here, as well as some Adobe Photoshop tutorials directly up above. Once we get down here, I'm going to be revealing some of these other modules very soon, but right now the only one available is the Introduction in Workspace, which I have a video for. Each module will look very similar. You'll have instructions, you'll have resources with some additional links to kind of support the same learning that you will be doing within that module. You'll have, sometimes you'll have a PowerPoint presentation that reviews sort of the basics. This one reviews the workspace, the panels, and the tools within Adobe Photoshop. And then you'll have some exercise files. And then where you submit your work, the quiz, here are the exercise file up here that correlates with exercise 1A. Exercise 1A, use this, exercise 1A. And then the instructions will walk you through that, as well as a video that walks you through exercise 1A. So all of that is sort of not super hard to get used to, but that's how you navigate any given module throughout the term. You have multiple little exercises that have you do small little tasks within Photoshop to get you familiar with that workspace. And then many modules include a forum or discussion at the bottom that is required for you to connect and participate with. If you have any questions, please let me know. Each one of these build upon each other. So the intro and workspace, then it's expected for you to know what that is when you get into working with layers, workflow, and composites. So you do want to work from this module to this module, and they will be revealed You can work once they're revealed, you can work as fast as you want. I'm going through these slowly because I want to make sure that they're in tip-top condition before I reveal them. And so this is sort of the way in which we move through. You do have one final project, which up here is sort of the basis of you working on that final project. I don't expect you to be posting in the final project phase for this this module. It kind of tells you when to kind of expect working here. So if you click on final project phase 1, it tells you down here to be working on your ideas for that project in module 1. So all it is an idea. Think about what you might want to do for your storyline. And then you might post in there for during module 1 or the first week of this course. The next week, you want to then maybe think about photos that could be included and then post them here, talk about them. Modules 2 and 3. So you have two full modules worth of time, or 2 weeks worth of time to think about what photos will be in that final project. And as you move through the course, you'll also move through these forums alongside some of the forums that are in each. For example, this one does not have a forum, so you don't have to worry so much about that. You'll focus maybe more heavily on some of these forums when you get to that point. If it's confusing, I'm happy to clarify or meet with you one-on-one. I look forward to working with each of you. Please don't hesitate to ask questions if you need. Best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.